Alrighty. We've got Bloons with myself and Miss Abyss and 05. We're doing some farming for some candy, and just by coincidence, golden balloons. Let's go. Alrighty. Alrighty. Is everyone happy with their circumstances?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm saving up for my hero. I'm very, very close. I'll get it here. I don't need any money, but I'll... Oh, okay. Thank you.
Well, you'll get it anyway.
They actually buffed this hero in the last patch. You might be interested in using her, Zero. Basically...
Lockdown, or are you talking about Gwendolyn?
Gwendolyn. Any other monkey tower that uses fire, she buffs, including a ring of fire. Yeah. So she'll also buff the wizard monkey as long as he goes down the correct path. Same with the other one. And there's one other monkey.
The spike factory? I mean the attack shooter.
Yeah, no, yes, that's the ring of fire.
Could it be the rocket shooter one, the mortar monkey?
Yes, the monkey. Hot stuff. Thank you.
Now, are her buffs for fire attacks, are they map wide or in her area of effect?
I believe they are map wide. Increased popping power. 10% improved attack speed and radius for Ring of Fire, Signal Flare, and Dragon's Breath. That is at level 4. And then at level 18, she increases it by the attack speed and radius by 20%.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's not insignificant. And then she also has her her attack that she could throw, and she can now target where that goes to. They also buffed the pirate monkey. They've also made some changes and adjustments to Phasmophobia. Mainly just some bug fixes, fixing some performance issues, making it work a little bit better, so hopefully my computer won't explode when we go into Sunny Meadows now. Because, oh boy, does it not like going into Sunny Meadows.
I can imagine.
There was some interesting stuff in there. Excuse me.
I love how she sleeps just fine until we start playing a game, and then she's.
The dead awakes. She does not like waking up. It's actually very funny to watch.
Well, it's better than the alternative.
Well, yes, but she'll start fighting with herself. Like, she'll start to wake up, and then you'll see her like, and like trying to fight to stay asleep. It's funny.
Actually, it does not sound all that different from me.
Or her mother. Let's see. We're not doing too bad right now.
Of course, we don't know which track the Moab's going to come down, so...
If I remember correctly, it's the first one on the left. But it has been a while since I've played this map. Because this is one of my least favorite maps. Also,
I can understand why.
If I remember correctly, you pay $1,000 for the tractor to move, and it starts up and crashes, and you have to pay to move it again. I don't know if it's this one, but there's definitely a map where that happens.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to put down... bomb launcher.
No. I'm excited. Actually, you know what I want to put down? I need the XP for this.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. I need the XP too. I don't have enough.
I never use this thing. Which is a shame, because it's actually a very good tower. And I have never... That's not true. Only once have I summoned Paragons, and I've never used them. And I should. Especially with the new hero, whose name just jumped out my brain. But he has a one of his shop purchases is you could buy
Geraldo.
totems.
Geraldo.
Yes, Geraldo. One of his shop purchases is you could buy totems, and they will act as XP boosts to your Paragons. So you can solo get Paragons up higher level than you can with, multiplayer. There we go!
That was an excellent way to take care of the Moab. I love it.
Very well done. Alright, we'll go back home.
But yeah, there was a time where I used the aircraft a little bit more often, especially like when I was first starting out with this game. But it's just until you hit the level 5s with like one of them, like they're just so much more efficient, like pop power for your money, like towers. So I don't like use them nearly that often.
Agreed. Ready when you guys are. I really wish we would stay inside of a group. That needs to be in the future updates, so we don't have to reform every single time.
Right.
Ready when you are.
Ready.
Wait, no, okay. Hotel, yellow, banana. Washington, yellow, motel.
This one. Oh no.
I hate this map.
Agreed. It's where the bonuses are, so that's where we're going.
Alright, we're getting completely can I say screwed over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially,
When we
S
first
word and
played
F word is about it. And then the obvious derogatory things.
Right.
You know what? I think this is going to be better served here. There we go. Alrighty, is everyone ready?
Not quite. I'm trying to figure out where to place my hero.
I have a couple of suggestions. Hubbard.
Obviously, I want her on the main track so that she's useful, but I'm trying to keep her far enough back so that if anything comes out of that chute again, she can be there for it.
So I believe the only thing that's coming out of that chute is the Moab.
Correct. The only thing that'll come out is the Moab at level 40.
And, I mean, eventually more stuff will, but, you know, that's not anything we're going to be worrying about. They actually introduced 2 new maps, too.
Let me figure out a quick placement here. The thing is, do you have to pay for these things?
Yes. I believe each time you use them, they get more and more expensive. There's 2 different ones. There's one that will be the track extender that's at the bottom. It will make it so that you could do the swirly-doos. And then there's the one at the top that is the arrows, and that slows the track down.
Oh, I'll place her there
That is not
and
a
hope
bad
for the
spot.
best.
Alrighty. Let us begin.
Did you ever notice in the boxes down towards the bottom are the sentry guns from the engineer monkey?
Oh, I did not.
Ditto, I had not noticed that.
I'm excited to get new towers. It's actually one of the things I'm excited for the most about the potential of mod support, because it's just more towers, more balloon types, more maps. Well, that'll be from the map editor, but once we get those, this game's replayability jumps to infinite.
It's already pretty close to infinite. I mean, with all the maps and all the medals you can get on all the maps and all the free play.
Very true.
And you are encouraged through the earning of in-game cash to actually utilize on things like alternate skins for the heroes and other power-ups and such. You are encouraged to just play all the time.
Indeed. I want to work on getting some more black borders, because I only have... I think I have 2 on single player and 1 on multiplayer.
I actually thought you had more on single player.
No. I am very close on 2 maps. I'm 1 away on one map, and I'm 2 away on another map for black borders. And I'm actually 1 away from another one on multiplayer. Miss Abyss and I have tried on a couple of occasions to get that. We've got to round 98 once, which was very frustrating.
I can imagine.
After this event, we should probably try again. Oh no, we can't use Insta-monkeys on that one, huh?
Not on chimps.
Nope, that is part of the point, yes.
I'm trying to convince Zero to join us on some more of our chimps endeavors. Half cash isn't too bad. It's... Money is a pain to come by, but...
You know, if I recall correctly, the one time we all did a chimps round together and succeeded, I remember thinking at that time that the half cash was actually harder than the chimps.
Yes. By sheer coincidence, because it's the one time that we did it, we died like 20 times on half cash, and then on chimps, we beat it our first time through. That's never happened again, at least not for me. But,
You went and then nothing.
yeah, I want to do more. I love I very much enjoy this game. And there are just people who black border everything. I have no idea if anybody's black bordered the Insta Monkeys. I'm sure they've black bordered some of them. I don't think anybody's black bordered all of them.
I'm trying to get there on the banana farms.
I mean, on easy difficulty is even. Oh, never mind. Sorry, mistook what you said. I'm good now. Interesting. Sauda can't do lead balloon.
At level 7, she could pop frozen balloons. Her special attack can pop lead balloons. So if you have lead balloons as a problem, make sure you use your level 3 special. At level 13, she'll be able to damage all balloon types. Not that we'll get there here, but... Where this shouldn't be problematic at all.
I think the big thing is going to be making sure the Moab moves slow enough, because Benjamin should have the biohack by then to be able to just pop it.
I've got stuff in place to help with that. Maybe. I should be able to afford it by then.
How much do you need?
2,000. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Yeah, no, we definitely won't have a problem now.
Should we try activating the thingies when it comes out?
I don't know. We might as
I
well.
think the first one's free, so might as well. Oh.
Well,
Or
I
not
activated it. Yeah, they really need to have a stay in group function. Oh, hey, I got my first chest.
No. Ooh. Wonder what I should do.
Do I want? I'm just gonna go for random.
Ditto.
I got an ace monkey and a ninja monkey.
Mortar and ninja.
Didn't get to open one.
Well, yeah, but that's because you're already like at the copper level.
Oh damn.
Let's see. Here.
This is my favorite event. As soon as it comes up, I start playing.
Oh, look at where we're going next. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Ready?
Hotel, yellow, chicken, kick, scissor, kick.
Oh.
Ooh, I like this one.
Hold on, I'm changing my hero because my hero has not enough range for this map.
Yeah. What do I want? That's so expensive. I love Adora, but she is very expensive.
Yeah, she's adorable. Yeah, you got it. Alright, I'm using Sai just because he's got the range.
Sai definitely has the range. Apparently one of the things they want to work on is like a flying hero. Oh, look at our levels.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
124, 125, 126.
Yep.
I think that's it. Okay. Did we wind up where we wanted to be?
I was honestly expecting to end up somewhere with no water.
Ah, true enough. Alright, I'm ready.
Could I get $200 to put down my my monkey?
I can give you 100.
All right, thank you.
I sent the 200.
Oh, okay. Then I'll send you.
Much appreciated. All right. It gives me the ability to place Psy Monkey. I guess just anywhere will do, right?
I would place her in one of the far off areas because she has a limited range. So I would do
That's what
it
I was
like
gonna do, yeah.
one next to one of the pumpkins or something, just so that she's not taking up valuable real estate.
Yeah, that's fine. There she
Yeah,
goes.
that's perfect. Alrighty.
All right.
We ready?
Let me put on a free monkey real quick, and that's as much as I can do. Ready to go.
Oh, we're going to pause real quick. 1 second. My apologies, I'm back. Grandma Biss was calling. Yeah, Sai is very, very helpful in this round. Yay, my monkey gets to do things.
Well, good news. At level 6, I can do lead balloons. That's that taken care of.
Yes. And I believe... on the southern floating island, I have a plan for that spot. I'll be able to place it there in just a second in the multiplayer section. It would be nice to find somebody, a fourth player, to reliably play this with us.
Maybe Particle. He always wants new games to play with us.
Yeah. That would be nice.
You know, he loves tower defense games because he even crowdfunded the defense grid too.
Right. Oh, come on. That won't fit there, so will it fit there? Yeah, it will. There we go. That'll drastically help out that area. I'm no longer going to be using that spot on the southern island because I don't fit. So, yeah, I was going to place the runway on the southern island in the center there, but it's just too big.
Can you place one next to the other one by the pumpkins?
I already placed the one that I wanted, so I was just going to place it down there so that it was in the center of the map without having to buy that upgrade. But the Moab is going to come across the bottom path.
Okay.
Of course, we shouldn't have to worry about the Moab, so...
Probably not. Benjamin has that biohack that kills him. You only get $11 for killing it, but...
Well, yeah, but you also have your Monkey Buccaneer, who normally has his Moab spear by then, too, so...
Then I will go that path instead of Merchant Monkey.
Oh, you could go Merchant Monkey.
I can do both, too.
I like the occasional shadow of a dragon passing over us.
It'd be kind of cool if it came down and like shot a random fireball. Sometimes it kills the balloons, occasionally it damages a monkey.
Just a monkey just gets eaten. Just swoops down.
It's like a power-up. It costs one monkey, you don't know which, but it wipes out all the balloons on the thing. It comes down.
That's actually a pretty good idea. I like it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we do
Uh-oh.
have... I didn't know if we had any lead popping down at the bottom.
Yep, lead popping actually just got in just before that round.
That was very helpful then.
I really thought the Sign Monkey would have been up to it by then, but I guess she wasn't.
What level does she get lead popping?
I shall find out.
Oh, next level. 6. So she's very, very close. Sai is very, very, very helpful late game, too. Late game and then on maps where space is a premium.
Oh, I didn't know she had innate camo detection. I was wondering about that. But I see her popping the camo balloons right now, so that's good.
More shall come. Vines.
Alright, before I spend the cash, does anybody need about 2,000?
No. The thing that I want, I'm only about 100 away from, so I'll be okay.
Okay. I love glaive monkeys for anti-basic balloon work because they have tracking attacks. It pops all manner of balloons.
Indeed.
Be wary.
We did it!
There we
Victory!
go. Victory. There is also, not that I'm suggesting we do it, but there is also the Lich Balloon right now for the boss. Play social. Create match.
Ready when you are.
Ready.
I'm unlocking the new maps. Because there's two
One thing
new
I'm glad
maps.
about is that I've done enough basic stuff on almost every map that when a new map comes out, I'm already like qualified to unlock it.
Exactly the same. Hippo, yellow, cactus, prune, umbrella, water. They are just the best way to earn these is on expert maps on easy difficulty, and just all of the expert maps suck.
That's why they're expert.
I really don't like.
The great hero debate.
Yeah, I don't like. I like the heroes, but
So, what hero are you gonna pick?
that's
So we're gonna have 4 coming in on every one, and no spot can hit every path.
well, that's just not true.
You're right. My Buccaneer monkey can conquer everybody.
Geraldo can too. Well, the problem becomes just being able to place towers, but he could put all sorts of stuff. I'll just stick with this idiot. All right, we ready?
Ready as we can be. That hurts. All right.
I like how the gunk is green in
Slime.
the center. All right, we ready?
Ready as I can be.
My hero costs almost 1,000. That's why I never get it in early. How much do you need to put your hero in, Zero?
About 150. You will do. Right here in the corner, and you get the rest.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, whoever sent it to me.
That'd be Zero. I've completely
You're welcome.
ignored your needs.
What's new?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So... Oh, no. There we go. Oh. Been trying to rewatch some episodes of Deep Space Nine, and it's such a good show.
It is, yes.
I'm glad you finally watched it.
Can you just stop harping on that one point?
No. I did not mean that as I'm glad you finally watched it. Because there are amazing episodes, and it's stuff that I've enjoyed talking to you about, and it's stuff that we, for like 20 years, couldn't talk about.
All right.
It is an amazing show, and some of, I mean, just like, I don't know if you know the episode by the name, but do you know Duet?
Yes.
Some of the best acting just ever.
Yeah, I watch the clips from that one actually on YouTube all the time because, wow, it is such a performance.
It's one thing that I've noticed is most of the times when they had Cardassians, the Cardassians just seemed to always be just exceptional actors. Not that everyone else was bad, but some of the best written roles were Cardassians. Now, that doesn't mean they were the best characters. Ducat was a lunatic, but he was very well written.
Right.
One of the things that drives me crazy is there's a lot of people who claim that Ducat's descent into madness in the 7th season felt out of nowhere, and that it wasn't earned, and it destroyed his character arc. And it's like, well, he lost everything twice.
I would have to agree with your assessment. Like, he did go through an exceptional amount of trauma, and we already know from his characterization earlier that he was already a very questionable person. And it wouldn't have taken that much to really push him over into a fanatical edge.
No, and he very much viewed himself as a liberator and got very upset when anybody claimed he wasn't. And he lost his military posting before the Dominion showed up. Then the Dominion showed up and he became the de facto leader of Cardassia. And in the span of a few months, lost that, lost his daughter, lost his wife, lost all of his other kids, lost everything. That would do a number on anybody, whether they started off with a reasonable amount of sanity or not. And he definitely was on the farther end of that bell curve.
What an interesting way of phrasing it.
And I mean, you know, Garrick is without a doubt my favorite Star Trek character ever. Just because he's got so many quotable lines and just so many amazing scenes.
I think what made him such a fantastic character was that, like, his character at all, even if it was only a recurring guest character, not quote-unquote officially part of the main cast, it just felt almost revolutionary in Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek, because that sort of thing didn't go on, or if it did go on, it was always the enemy. It was them. It was always them doing that sort of thing. In fact, like, from the things that I've watched on YouTube with interviews with the cast and crew of the various Star Trek shows, they mentioned, like, the whole thing with the cloaking devices in the Romulans. Yeah, it was a plot point contrived so that humanity would never develop cloak drive, but Gene Roddenberry specifically wanted that because he's like, no, the Federation aren't people who go sneaking around. They don't have cloaking devices. They don't need them. We're not, we don't sneak around. He's
right.
That was his way of dealing with that. It was just like, no, we don't sneak around. We're not like that. So Garrick was like in complete opposition to that, even if even if he wasn't like official part, but just having a character like that who was sympathetic, who was well developed, and who was utilized and respected by the main cast. Like, yeah, it felt revolutionary. It was complete mind blow.
Deep Space Next Generation is amazing. It has some of the best episodes ever. The writing is amazing. Patrick Stewart is he was born to give speeches. But as far as characters go, the characters in Next Generation weren't exactly complex.
No.
They were interesting, but especially the female characters, got virtually
Yay.
no character developments.
I
And
thought that went well because I don't think we like really were paying attention to that.
true. But I just
I was.
And it was a good thing you were because we weren't. I didn't actually get to see how that resolved. Like I was just assuming you were going to do the Buccaneer routine again. Did you?
no. The monkeys popped the balloons. That's how it went.
We had enough coverage on that line because everybody was placing there that it just popped it really fast.
Let me know when everyone is ready.
Ready?
Hotel, yellow, stable, table, babble, hotel. HYSTBH. The women in Next Generation got horrible character writing, and it by no fault of their own. The acting was stellar, but you had, growing up watching the show, Dr. Pulaski always felt so out of place to me. And now, coming back and watching it years later, she may not have had a amazing story arc, but she at least had a story arc. She went from Data is a robot and why is it talking to me to Data is a member of the crew and somebody who I view as a friend. And as far as character development goes, the only other person who came close to that was Riker got a beard. No one else changed throughout the series. There was dramatic stuff that happened to people, and nothing ever came of it. They rescued, like, 5 kids, and implied that they were becoming members of the crew, and they were, like, adopted children, and they just disappeared. Riker finds a random kid, and, oh no, you know, and they're just, nothing ever affected them.
Right.
And at least in Deep Space Nine, they got the least budget of any show, but they did the most with it. There was changes. You had complex characters. Quark was by no means a traditional good guy, and he did a lot of sleazy things, especially in the first 2 seasons, like the whole letting those people in to steal Dax's symbiotes. He did horrible things. And Garrick, before the war, it's implemented, and then in the his book.
Implied.
Yes, that's what I meant. Implied, and in the book, flat out stated that he did very, very bad things. But his motives were always for what he believed to be for the good of Cardassia. So, I mean, there's so much more complexity in the characters. And just look at the guest stars. I was watching, Steve. I just forgot his name.
Steve Shives.
Yes, Steve Shives. Last month, the actress who played Kai Wen passed away. And so he did a show on her. She was only in 14 episodes. But she has such a presence and such an impact and such good character development that she feels so much more impactful than somebody who's in half of a season. But, you know, as far as recurring characters go, no other show came close to having that good, not just with Kai Wen, of recurring characters. You had Q in Next Generation, who was amazing entirely because John Delancey is perfect for that. But as far as other recurring characters, you had Vash. I can't think of too many. Luxana Troy. Worf's
And you
kid.
want to talk about women having bad roles in Next Gen?
Again, she's a very good. She was a very good actress, and I feel her character was much better served in Deep Space Nine. Especially her relationship with Odo, which felt much more mutual and much less creepy than her relationship with Picard
And Riker.
and any man.
True. But by
But
the way, on that exact point, you notice that all the actors from Next Gen who made appearances in Deep Space Nine were much better served on Deep Space Nine. All of them.
That is-
Especially Chief O'Brien. But
That is
Worf
not-
was?
that is true. Not so much so with Q, but with the exception of that, yes. Worf got more character development in 3 years than he did in 7 years,
Yep.
which is astonishing.
Oh, a quick note about the game, by the way. I've noticed there is a glitch if you put down a Monkey Ace tower and the position of the map moves, the thing does not alter its circuit to accommodate.
That could be advantageous depending on the scenario.
Which I put in the exact opposite position for it to have been a benefit.
So
I had
when
established the runway when it was in the corner. It should have been a little closer to the middle.
when it moves, change its path back and forth, and then it should reset it and then leave it there.
Tried, didn't work.
Oh, uh-oh. We apparently have a problem with lead. Let me take care of that right now. Okay, lead is taken care of. No,
The druid monkey was taking care of it. They popped it before the last second.
that is true. It never
They did.
actually got there. Worf, as far as character development goes, Worf's whole relationship with his son, I don't understand anything that happened in Next Generation with he and his kid. I don't know why he was brought on. There was never anything done with it. He's an awful dad in that show. But no,
Again,
there's
limitations of the writing and the setting. Like, I can understand what they were trying to do.
well, and again, it's the whole syndicated mentality of TV back then. Shows were meant to be able to be viewed in whatever order because no one knew when you'd be able to see the show again. And if it was set in an order, you'd miss a show and you'd be screwed. And Deep Space Nine, never being the flagship show, was able to get away with stuff that they never would have been able to get away with if it was the main show at the time. And so you can't have any lasting consequences. There's amazing episodes of Next Generation where you have things that would crush a character's ability to just exist. And your
quick
microphone.
question, just because we're a little time urgent.
Your
I can
microphone is doing
upgrade-
its thing. You need to fix it.
Really quick, I need to know. Do I need to upgrade my fighter plane for anti-Moab?
Yeah. We should be
Okay,
fine,
done.
but just in case. Sorry, that microphone
Alright.
was getting really bad.
Guys?
We
But
won.
no, you had stuff happen to them, and then they were never able to show actual consequences of decisions. Because by the next episode, they had to be back to normal, status quo. And Deep Space Nine, because they didn't have that limitation, there's so many... they have so many iconic guest stars. Let me know when everyone's ready for the code.
I'll be there in a moment. I'm actually thinking about spending a knowledge point. Since I'm
Ah.
using the Monkey Aces, I'm thinking maybe actually spend that for Monkey Aces attack faster.
Okay. I have
Sorry, I
no monkey
don't-
points set aside. I spend them as they come in. Give me one moment. No, I spend all my monkey points as I get them. But, hotel, yellow, sock, oatmeal, egg, keg.
You really need to learn the phonetic alphabet.
I know most of the phonetic alphabet. It is much more fun to just make up crap as we go along. Do I start it or are we waiting a minute? Okay. So, just the number of iconic guest stars that they have. I mean, when
I think this is one of the new maps.
no, God no. When you have guest stars from Deep Space Nine who are more iconic than regular cast members of Voyager, you know there's a problem.
Well, Voyager. That's setting the bar kind of low for that point.
And it's sad because Voyager done today would be spectacular. I think all of that crew was amazing. I think all of them were very, very well casted. But the problem is again, everything had to be back to status quo. So you couldn't have anything with lasting consequences. Whereas nowadays, you could take that same show with the exact same premise and not have to worry about that. And have actual consequences. I full on believe that if they did that show now, and I know he was supposed to, but if they did that show now, Harry Kim would die. There's a very famous story about, I don't know if you've heard it, but I'm going to tell it anyways just because. Harry Kim was supposed to be killed off at one point in Voyager. And he got put on the cover of a magazine for something. But that cover prevented his character from being killed off. I also love that there is a it's not a fan theory, but it was a joke that I heard that in the first episode of Voyager, when Quark takes offense to the way that he's treated by Harry Kim and says he's going to file a complaint with Starfleet, that he did, and that's why he was never promoted above ensign.
I mean, it is funny, but I don't take Starfleet to be the type to permanently hold somebody back. I mean, considering that Star Trek is all about, personal growth.
Yes.
As long as they did have that personal growth, I feel they'd be okay.
I feel they would too. I also feel that Quark is a known entity, and that if Quark, they probably have a person who deals just with Quark complaining. There's so many amazing characters who only became amazing characters in Deep Space Nine because of circumstances. Nog was originally hired. The actor had a medical condition where it's what prevented him from I don't want to say a normal height, but reaching a taller height. And he was hired because they wanted a kid to play alongside Jake. He was actually substantially older than the kid who played Jake. But they wanted him to be a Ferengi, and Ferengi makeup took too long to put on. And there is child labor laws preventing kids from being under the makeup chair for that long. And so they couldn't have a kid be the Ferengi, so they hired him. And he was absolutely amazing in that role, and just was, instead of the 1 or 2 episodes that he was supposed to be in, became a recurring guest star, and the first Ferengi ever to join Starfleet. And just, I cannot believe how many... Their supporting cast is one of the best supporting casts in any television show I have ever seen. Because most supporting casts don't get that love. I mean, you have a character that became beloved who has never spoken a word, but was canonically a talkative jackass.
Do we have lead camo covered yet?
No. I can take care of it. No, I cannot. There's so many sightline restrictions on this map. I want to place a sniper on top of that bridge. I should be able to stand on those pillars.
Even if you could, the area that the sniper tower takes up would be too much for him anyway.
So I have lead camo covered on my side because of that spike factory, but the other two paths that come in on your guys' side is not covered.
I mean, there's only so much I could do with the positions that I am afforded.
I'm only in the lower left-hand corner, so...
Well, yeah, but that's the exit side where...
And
I
I'll
also
have
wish-
anti-Moab missiles.
I wish we could pay to remove these trees.
Oh, I hadn't even tried clicking on them. I figured you could.
Because they prevent so much line of sight. That's one of the things that I wish they would have in here that they had in Defense Grid 2 is the ability to change and affect, with very few exceptions in here, like one exception in here, the map. Like in Defense Grid 2, there were things that you could do that permanently affected the way that the map performed, you know? Not moving
Right.
stuff, but the actual layout of the map. And they have that in that one map that we played earlier today, but it's not exactly prevalent, and it's not exactly
and it's not
useful.
permanent either.
Yeah. It's not cheap or cost-effective.
So the Moab is going to come down your guys' side.
I have anti-Moab on my fighter.
But no, Voyager, again, it had so much potential. I also
It
saw
really
it's,
did.
it's one of my favorite memes. It shows Gary Gygax saying, you find yourself stranded in an alien territory. And it shows Janeway says, I'm going to search for a local to show me my, to help guide my way. Says, okay, roll an investigation check. And she says, I rolled a 1, and then it just shows Neelix standing there.
There we go.
All right, so Miss Abyss is going to be departing for a little bit. So I figured we could swap to another game for a little bit.
Sure.
So we're going to end this here. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. In English, that was supposed to be. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a wonderful day.